Hello, this is StevenJ9414 here, and welcome to another video. So it is raining, and I am doing this despite the fact that it is raining just a little bit. It was raining much more so earlier in the day, but I'm out here and running steam engines. Please excuse my neighbor's chihuahuas barking in the yard there. This is the PM research engine. I believe it's number 3, powered by the Roundhouse boiler. I've done a little bit of work to it since I last ran it. I did some work on the back of the bulkhead. I had to retake this section of the video. Fortunately, I had some problems with my camera of the running portion of the PM research engine with the Roundhouse boiler. So as you see here, that is the pressure gauge, and I had repaired the check valve. It is leaking a little bit there. Very small one for Regner. Had to check that spring, but it is still able to build pressure, and it is approaching 30 psi right now. It was off around 45 psi. One of the things I did to this engine, besides cut off the original pressure gauge line and solder it shut and put the pressure gauge over there, is I polished the bore in the piston to make it completely smooth. And that's I don't know, so 37, 40 psi. That's about right. So let's go ahead and oh Lord, that's a lot of water in there. I did rotate the flywheel a little bit. I did see there's still water coming out of there, even though I haven't opened up the throttle yet. That safety valve is definitely blowing off, and that is pretty much 50. See, there's a small beacon check valve that doesn't need to stop it from building pressure well. So it's pouring out water out of the smoke box in the from the exhaust. That's all the condensed water. And there you go. Full throttle temporarily. Oh Lord, it's spitting water everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna try to cut back on this. The base still shakes violently. Not quite. What's it gonna do? Nah, that makes a difference. Temporarily put that little pebble there. But there it is working. And there is the custom workshop with the 2 Mamod workshop tools, the press, and it's got polishers, or actually those are grinders, and that's the Wilesco transmission. That is the PM Research number 3 engine. So towards the front of the cylinder here, I had some issues with the original PM Research number 3. I took a wire wheel brush meant for cleaning out shotgun bore. I think it was 20 gauge, and I went ahead and put it on my corded drill and smoothed up the inside of the piston there. And after that, worked great. Let's open up a little more, a lot more. That's how fast it can run. Yeah, there's definitely an exhaust leak there, but it's still got plenty of steam going up the stack. Everything's kind of fine-tuned here. It's like the whistle. Alright, let me slower. It's a Roundhouse throttle there. It's meant for one of their RC locomotives. It's isn't fully closed. It's a little touchy. It works. It's not great. I made the whistle body. It's a little too narrow, but at least it runs. So continuing on here, I want to go and show you what it looks like running. I did have this on video before, but I was running inside on my dining room table. This is outside. Plus I have those changes made. Not sure I mentioned this previous segment, but I removed the boiler drain cock. Essentially did nothing. Yeah, I already talked about how I moved the pressure gauge in the previous one. But it's working great here. It has the PM Research 1/4-inch adjustable displacement lubricator. You can totally close the regulator here, stop it, and psych out the old oil, put new oil in. It's a rather good setup. The only thing I'll get to this engine a little worried about, I had issues replacing the rear main seal. I didn't come with one. I tried using an O-ring, but that was way too tight. But to get the O-ring off was a nightmare. And then I ended up cross-heading the piston rod into the crosshead, to the connecting rod into the crosshead, which is a bit of a problem. I don't know if I can undo that connection there if I had to replace in the future. I may need to buy another PMR 3 for parts if I ever have to replace it again, but I'll worry about it when it comes. But the threads on the back of the rod, when I was trying to get out of there, because the O-ring was so tight, and also as the bore inside the cylinder, I had to tap it out, and it buggered up the threads a little bit. Tried sanding it down the best I could, and at least back together. Didn't have to order any parts for it yet, so I'm happy with it, and it's maintaining enough compression in the back. It does leak a little bit, but if you tighten it any more than that, it creates friction and hurts the riding performance, so I think it's better off just leaving it. But as you can see here, it's been running for a couple minutes now, and it's still maintaining pressure. I guess it's around, I need to check, can't tell, but looking at it through the camera, 25. And it's been running for quite a few minutes, at least 4 or 5 minutes. That's the best it's ever ran, actually. I am mine. Oh, dear, it's scary. That's why you see factory engines run slow in real life, the full-size ones, because they just shake everything to pieces. This thing I just showed again. That's how fast it can run. I prefer it not to. Just kind of gently take over a little. That's pretty good. It's a little bit above general takeover. Alright, try to take a kind of panoramic look around at this setup here. Get an idea of what it's like running. Try to hold this thing steady. Give you an idea. So the PM Research engine with Roundhouse roller is done running, and I have filled it up and need almost ready the traction engine, the DR Mercer. Only thing I gotta do left is go ahead and oil it a little bit, which I'm right on sterno again. The alcohol burner is using is a little too finicky. Although it provides good heat, it's just it shoots alcohol out of the burner. And run on concrete is one thing, but even though this doesn't last as long, it does provide safer, more consistent burn, but shorter run time. Is almost completely up to pressure at about 15 psi. Completely blows off at 20. It's leaking a little bit out of the regular check valve, but not enough to prevent it from running well, hopefully. It's about 18 psi. It's more than enough for this engine, so I'm going to open throttle just a little bit. And it's not in gear. There it goes. And go ahead and put it in reverse. Let it run a little bit in reverse. Just a little bit of throttle. Alright, close it. Put it in forward. Alright, the timing's set forward. And now, make sure that everything is set. The gear is engaged. Alright, and driving. That is running on sterno right now. Much more sedate than that alcohol burner. Although I do have plans to build a replacement alcohol burner from scratch. It's going to be similar to the original Mercer alcohol burner, but instead of being a 2-wick, it's going to be a ring burner. I have the materials for it. Just need to make it happen, but it's going to be a little while as I've got some other projects to work on, and life too as well. Alright, it's running again. Only got about 10 psi, or was running. Video is a little tough. I haven't quite got everything sorted out on it yet. It is still running pretty good though. Because I'm running outside in rough surface, I went ahead and blew out the sterno and topped it off a little bit. I do have a check valve on this engine, so I can pump water into it while the boiler is under pressure, just in case. Okay. So I also drained the oil out of the steam lubricator and refilled it so it has fresh steam oil in there. Now it should run much better. Yep. Give it part throttle now. That's not even all the way open throttle. That's better. One more throttle there. Hey, it hit the workshop this time. How about that? Steering's always loose on these. They're chain braking, knock on wood. So I'm just letting it build back pressure just a little bit here. Running it reverse and forward. The throttle just a little cracked open. Trying to get to maintain just enough just to tick over. It's a little difficult. As you can see here. I can cut off a little bit. Stationary. Alright, that should be enough. Oh, check that out. The yeah, that's engaged. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the steering wheel all the way and back it off a little bit. Push it back just a little bit. Should be good. Yeah, it's running great. And there's Dakota. So Dakota, what do you think of trains? Are ready to be your next Wachaco? I think that's what it said. I know you're a Shiba Inu, not a Akita Inu. Much smaller, but and I take your train shows with me as my show dog at the train show. Yeah. Gotta get used to liking trains. Okay. Good dog. You have a great day.